Hi, good morning. It's Justine here from House of Mahalo, back for another Mahalo Monthly, end of October. Hard to believe yet again. Yeah, it's. I think these videos take me by surprise every single time. I know that they're coming. I know it's the end of the month, but it just feels like yesterday that we were, doing one of these last time. So it's a bit weird, but it is what it is. So yeah, just a look back on the month then. We worked on the Forest Waterfall Journal. Oh, such a fun project. I really enjoyed that one. I loved the trying something new and the different feel of the waterfall style. I will definitely do that again. And another thing that I loved about it was the theme. Greens and that sort of thing for this time of year works really well for me, and I've learnt that. But also I had a lot of ephemera already made. So when it came to filling the journal and putting it together, I felt like it was quite quick, quite a quick project. And that was really nice for just an in-between thing to move me from, one project to another. So I was really grateful to do that. And yeah, I will definitely do that waterfall style again. Really fun. Also managed to finish the Fall Field Notes journal. That's the junk mail journal. I didn't do very much on video. I was going to. I had always planned that we would finish it together because I started the series on YouTube a year ago, and I squirreled onto Christmas last year and such like. To be honest, when I came down to sit down to it, I just wanted to get a move on. Not to rush the process or anything, but just I really wanted to finish it this month. And I felt like you've only seen me work on the altered book last month, September. And I felt like they were kind of similar in the fact that it was collaging pages that were, just decorating pages. So I did get a move on, but we did do a couple of page spreads on camera. And I know a lot of you really liked what you saw in that journal, and that it was, unique in the fact that it was made from junk mail envelopes. So we'll definitely do one together one day. I don't know if it will be next year, but at some point we will do one together. So yeah, I am sorry that I just sort of squirreled away and just got a move on with that. But I'm glad to have finished it because it was a goal for mine this year. I really wanted to get it finished. So I was happy to do that. In terms of challenges in the Facebook group and other stuff that we had going on, we had Shop Your Stash. So that was just the idea of using what you've got, not buying anything, just going and finding things that you've forgotten about, that you've been hoarding, etc, etc. And that was a really good series for me. I really enjoyed it. It was a lesson for me to definitely spend more time looking around here, finding stuff that I can work with, and not feeling the need to have the latest supplies and they're using that on YouTube. I want that thing. Because no, we've got so much just sitting here that we can use. So that was really great. It also meant that I got to move on with my move it on basket. Where I actually then did a couple of videos on, using trash and packaging and stuff like that to make ephemera. And that was so much fun. So I'm definitely going to carry on that series, calling it Shop Your Trash, Shop Your Stash. Just, ad hoc, just do, another blitz at something, but incorporating it into projects I'm currently working on. So, next month we've got all things Christmas coming up. In November. So whilst I'll be, using stuff that I've got in my stash, I'll also be doing trashy type videos at, as part of the whole Christmas theme. So yeah, that's already what we've got coming up is Christmas. I am trying to do a few different projects for Christmas. The main one is going to be little golden book journals. So I'll do one on video with you and one off screen, and then there'll be a flip through of both, if all goes according to plan. But I also want to do a couple of little projects in amongst those, because I've decided I don't want to do Christmas next year for junk journal stuff, or at least not anything big. So I'm actually going to try and use up all of my Christmas stuff this month in November. just get it all used to make these journals and these other little projects. And then anything I have left over, I want to do a de-stash on eBay or Etsy or both. So the reason I've decided that is because when it comes to making these videos, in order for it to make sense for people watching, and also for selling journals, for people to get these things in time for when they want them, you have to be, planning these series like a month beforehand, and sometimes even, earlier still. And for me, Christmas is December. That is just, for me, it's just, month long. December 1st, you start your advent calendar and you decorate your tree, and you start wrapping up presents and things. That for me is when Christmas kind of starts. So to feel that I need to then be crafting Christmas in October, it doesn't feel right. Not from a not having fun perspective, because it is fun, but just from a creativity perspective. I've said this a few times, but it's because I've learned this so much about myself lately, which is that I love crafting with the time of year. I just do. And, Christmas for me is December, so I would want to be making Christmas stuff in December, not earlier than that. Certainly not in October. So, yeah, I think it's just too much pressure to do Christmas for me, just how I work. So I'm not going to do Christmas next year, but we will do winter. So we'll still have reds and greens when it comes to, red berries and the green of the trees and stuff. I just don't want the pressure of having to have Christmas done and dusted in time for things to, come up on video and sell. And that's just, this is my first full year of doing YouTube. I only started my channel properly when I started doing tutorial type videos was last September, October time. So this is my first full year of actually just doing, a steady 3 videos a week for all of this time. And I've learnt a lot in that process about what really gets me going, what makes me tick, what you guys like. So, and I'm still learning. So that's just something that I've realised this year is, no Christmas next year, I'm afraid, but we will still do some fun things with red and greens. I just want to put my nature spin on it, I guess. But all that said, we are doing Christmas this year, and I hope that you like what I've come up with for it. As I say, I've already started making some videos. One of the main reasons why I wanted to get ahead as well is because I'm actually going to be completely making over this room. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but I feel inspired and I have the energy to do it. So I'm the type of person who just needs to do it as soon as they feel they need to do it. So I started thinking about what I liked about this room. For those of you who are new to my channel, you might not have seen my Sort It Out Saturday series. For those of you who've been with me, all that time, thank you. We did a series in spring. And it was all about, I went through every aspect of crafting stuff that I had, paper and book pages, scraps, what else did we do? I can't even remember. It was a whole series. It was a fabric. It was like a different theme each week. And that was massive for me in terms of getting my stash down to what I use and what I enjoy using and what I want to use. So I did a whole great big overhaul of everything. That was like the first step. And then I rearranged my furniture to what it is now during that series. Making do with what we had in the house, furniture-wise, because I didn't want to buy anything new. And the reason I didn't want to do that necessarily, I did buy some drawers, but they were only 50 quid. I wanted to work with the space to see how I got on with it and what I liked, and I was still early to crafting as well, so I didn't know what would work for me in terms of what I needed. And for filming, again, it was still fairly early days. Now that I've been doing these videos as much as I have, and now that I've made as many channels as I have, I need more desk space. That's one thing that I've learned. I would like my sewing machine near me. rather than tucked away in a corner somewhere, because I do use the sewing machine a fair amount. So yeah, I'm going to be completely gutting this room. So all of the furniture is going. I'm only keeping a couple of pieces. I'm getting new desks, new storage units and everything. We're actually picking them up on Thursday coming. And I'm really excited for it because I'm going to basically have this long like L shape here. So I'm still going to be sitting here to do the filming, but it's going to be, I'm going to have space here where I can swivel and have a sewing machine there, and then have all this extra desk space for crafting. It also means, fingers crossed it all works out by the way, in this corner just here is going to be where I'll do my blogging and writing. So for me, I've got, you know, two parts of my personality, don't I? I've got the crafting and filming and what you see on YouTube, and then I've got the writing and everything that you see on my two blogs. So it's, I realised that I needed to separate them, because what happens is when I'm making a journal, as I'm sure we're all the same, the desk just explodes with stuff, doesn't it? We've got stuff everywhere. And if we're in the middle of a journal, we don't want to have to pack all of that stuff away to then have to get it all back out again an hour later, 2 hours later. But the realities of having the same desk for crafting and trying to write, it's just not working. And another thing that I realised is I don't have space to have my laptop out when I'm crafting, so I can't watch anyone's videos. So what I've been having to do is choose between crafting and doing my own stuff and watching other people's videos on YouTube and the people that I want to be able to support and watch and I like what they make. I have to make a choice. So I'm having to, you know, pull myself every which way in order to make it all work, and it's just, yeah, it doesn't work. It's not working. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are things that I like about this space, so don't feel like I'm, you know, moaning away. It's just that it can be better and it can be more in line with what I want for everything I need to do in this space. So all that said, long story short, I want to try and get the Christmas videos filmed, or at least the bulk of them, before I have to completely gut this room. I'm even going so far as like painting the walls and everything, so it's a big job. I want to get Christmas filmed, do that whilst you're watching the series, and then when we come back in December I can then start on winter projects, and I'll be, hopefully, fingers crossed, in my new setup. The reason I mention it is just because it may be that I may have to take a break from filming, possibly. I'm trying to figure it out as a way that, you know, nothing on your end changes, but just a heads up, it might, because, you know, I'm going to be not quite with it in my mind, in terms of, you know, all this stuff has to come out, it has to come back in, and yeah, it's a big job. So just a heads up there. I'll obviously do my best, and the biggest thing is I will show you, I want to do a video which is like, this is what I'm starting with now, just as like a reminder of what it looks like, and then part 2 of that video will be, and here's what we've got, and, you know, to show you it, because I do think that it will be nice to see. I always like sharing stuff, I just do. I think the biggest thing for me with these videos is I wanted to be a part of this community, and I want to be like a friend and I have made some really great friendships from doing these videos. So in terms of me sharing this stuff and behind the scenes stuff, I still want to be able to do it, because I just feel like it is nice for you to see, and it's a part of me, and that's what I'm about, is I'm just sharing a part of me with you, and I will keep doing that for as long as I can. Anyway, so yeah, long story short, I am going to be doing a complete overhaul of this room, and it's a big task. I'm a bit apprehensive, but I want to do it this side of Christmas, so that coming into, you know, Christmas and the New Year and all of that, I am just completely settled in everything. And that's from a crafting and a writing perspective. So I'm really excited for it. And that's that. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else I needed to mention. I do have a little bit of an unboxing to do, which I'll do in a minute. just as a heads up, I have updated my Etsy shop with some ephemera bundles, mostly handmade bundles. So if you're interested in having a look, then links are down below. So yeah, and more of that as well. I want to be getting the time back to update my Etsy shop a little bit more regularly than what I have been doing as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for all these things, and I hope that you'll like seeing the before and after of a craft room makeover, like painting and everything, putting pictures up finally. I mean, we've been living here now 4 years. I think it's, yeah, it'll be 4 years this December. And yeah, I've never painted in here. And I just, you know, when we moved in, I was just a writer. And so I just had a desk and a bookcase and a chair, and that's all I had in here. And then, of course, I found the junk journals, fell in love with them. And so what I've needed has evolved over time, and that's okay. That's how it is, isn't it? Anyway, enough of my waffling. I am going to show an unboxing now for Globleland. I do have another partnership coming up, so I'll just show you what I've got from them, and then I'll flip back round and we'll say goodbye. Alright, so this is the unboxing I wanted to do. I've got a couple of these dies that come from Globleland, and I will link them down below. So I've just taken off the plastic because it's, you know, shiny and rustly and loud. But this is essentially how they come. The packaging is just the same across all of these dies. And they are, I don't really know what to call them. There you are, it tells me on here, wooden cutting die. So they are, you know, a whole entire piece. I believe these are new to the Globleland shop. Just quickly put my light on so you can see a bit better. I believe these are new to Globleland, and they're essentially their specialist dies. Globleland do have normal dies, you know, the metal dies that we're used to seeing, but they've also brought out a range of these, which you may or may not have seen already on a few YouTube videos here and there. They asked me to choose a couple, so I'll just show you them as best I can. So this one is essentially 2 pieces with a heart cut out, and they join together to give you a little pocket. And the great thing about these dies is they actually cut through fabric, and I've already given them a little bit of a test, and I can confirm they do cut through fabric, which is, in my opinion, amazing. I'm relatively new to die cutting, and I never knew you could cut fabric. I just didn't know. This is the other die that I chose. This one is essentially like a little envelope pouch. So this piece glues onto here and then flips down. And you've got these two, which is like, it gives you a heart dangle. And again, you know, these can cut through fabric. I think the idea of them is for people who work with leather to make, you know, coin purses and jewellery and stuff like that. But of course, I'm going to put my crafty spin on it to see what we can do with regards to paper and junk journals. I have filmed the video already, and I think you'll like what I've come up with. Basically, I decided to do a series of projects, mini projects, to just really test these out and see what I could do with them. So we are using paper, we're using fabric, and I think you'll like what I've come up with. As I say, I have linked these down below in case you'd like to check them out, but they were really easy to use. I didn't know how to use ones like this. There wasn't any instructions as far as I could tell. So what I did is I just sandwiched this between my 2 acrylic plates, ran that through my machine just on their own, and it cut through everything I wanted to cut through. So I was really happy with that. So stay tuned for the video, that will be coming out in a few days. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like what I managed to make with these dies. And yeah, just thank you again to Globleland for sending me these, and thank you to all of you who, you know, are watching and commenting and stuff, because it is really helpful to support me and the channel. And of course, as always, I'll do my best to keep bringing you stuff that will be interesting and fun to see. So I'm just going to spin right round and bring my face back in. That sounds like a weird sentence, but you know what I mean. And that's it. That's it for this month. That is all I've got for you. Short and sweet. So thanks ever so much for joining me. Honestly, thank you for watching these videos. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to come on and just talk face to face-ish, as best as we can anyway, and have this catch-up time and have you get to know me and all of that. So thank you for being interested in watching these videos, and thanks for being there, because honestly, I cannot tell you how much I love being able to do this. I didn't know I was going to start a YouTube channel. That wasn't the plan. It wasn't the plan to find junk journals, but that's life, isn't it? That's how it works, is you find things and you fall in love with them, and before you know it, your whole life is completely changed and evolved. And I'm absolutely so blessed and so in love with the fact that I get to be able to spend this time with you and, you know, build these friendships and these connections and this community that I'm so proud and pleased, overjoyed to be a part of. So, you know, thank you to all of you for making it a welcoming place, a supportive place, an encouraging, inspiring place. And, you know, anything I can do to add to that, do my part to give that. That's why I do these videos, is to share my ideas and to be a part of the community and everything. So just, yeah, thank you. As always, thank you so much for being there, for supporting me, for being just amazing friends, and just generally just being awesome. I know I gush about it every month, but honestly, you have no idea how much I love seeing your comments. I've said it, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, but it's what I think every day. When I see your comments coming in and you're talking to me and I'm getting to know you and you're telling me what you're up to whilst I'm watching, or you just tell me what you think of the project, it's so fun, because I'm just like, oh look, you know, so-and-so's watching, or you get to know people through that, and it feels nice that you feel comfortable enough to chat with me and get to know me and, you know, share part of you with me and all of that sort of stuff. So just, yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so pleased to be a part of this, and just thank you so much. And bring on more inspiration and ideas, hey. I've got plenty more to come, and I'm just excited to share it all with you. So that's it. That is officially the end of my waffling this month. Yeah, and yeah, bring on Christmas crafting. I'd love to know what you think about Christmas crafting. You know, have you started yet? How do you feel about it? I'd love to know. Just, yeah, tell me what you think. And yeah, bring on the makeover of this room as well. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. Anyway, so that's it. That's it from me. I will say goodbye for now, and I will see you tomorrow, because we've got some videos. End of autumn, just one couple of last autumn projects, and then we'll be into Christmas. So thanks so much for joining me, and we'll speak soon. Bye bye for now.